you must absolutely go to the theaters and watch this brilliant movie Chhaava. For it is only in the theaters that you would really enjoy the wonderful battle action scenes, along with the music and, in general, the whole ambience. So, if you really enjoy the history thrillers, then just go and watch. You would love it. Chhaava has a brilliant story which is not taught in the schools, which is a real pity. Chhaava is the story of the eldest son of the well known glorious Chhatrapati Shivaji, the great Maratha ruler who at least gets a good mention in the history books. Chhaava is the story of Sambhaji Maharaj and his saga against the Mughal oppression under the Emperor Aurangzeb, especially from 1681 to 1689 when Sambhaji was the Chhatrapati of the Maratha Empire in India. Sambhaji or Chhaava is played by Vicky Kaushal, and my word, play he does. The one remarkable thing about Vicky Kaushal is that in each movie of his, you don't see Vicky Kaushal himself. You just tend to forget him. What you really see instead is his character, be it Sam Bahadur or the lover in Donkey or Chhaava in this movie. And that is not the feeling you get with the other actors. So Vicky Kaushal is operating in a league which is several notches above than where the other actors belong. The role of the wife of Sambhaji, Yesubai, played by Mandana, is a role well played too. It adds a human element to the story which is otherwise dotted with several battles and violence, all of which reaches its climax in the second half. The background score is phenomenal and adds to the drama and the suspense and the action. Special mention must go to Akshay Khanna, who plays the role of Aurangzeb. It is a bone chilling role played in an extraordinary way by Akshay Khanna. The character does not speak much, but even when he doesn't, he is still conveying everything to the audience in a sort of a magical way. And of course, when he does speak, he is deadly in every sense of the word. The dialogues, both in Hindi and Urdu, are excellent. There is plenty of poetry as well due to the presence of Chhava's court poet Kavi Kalash, and even dialogues like खुदा से मौत का फरमान और घर में बिन बुलाए मेहमान अचानक से आता है. They sound good. Now then, I am a great fan of history of India and have done a lot of hobby reading. So I went to the movie armed to the teeth. I read a lot about Sambhaji, his birth, his rule, and his end, as well as his succession. And I wanted to check if the movie simply glorifies Sambhaji or brings out the non glorious parts of the story out as well. And I must say, though the narration of the story is largely factual, it does portray Sambhaji in all the good light. It is a well documented fact that Sambhaji was not an ideal person in his youth. In fact, at one time, his own father Shivaji arrested Sambhaji to bring him under control. Likewise, it is a well known historical fact that Sambhaji was on the side of the Mughals for some time. But clearly, all this would have interfered with the main storyline of Marathas versus the Mughals and might have confused the audience. Hence, all this was conveniently skipped by the Chhaava movie makers, perhaps to avoid any controversies too. However, historians agree that what happened to Sambhaji at the hands of Aurangzeb so enraged the Marathas that they united themselves and conquered nearly the whole of India in the times to come. And that part is depicted a fair bit in the movie in the second half, which is a cruel reminder of something our generations are not familiar with at all. Time to catch up with all that. Time to go and watch the movie Chhaava in the theaters. Just one advice: don't take children with you in the movie. They might almost certainly end up crying due to the intensity of the scenes, especially towards the end. You might end with a tear or two as well.